Go. Let's start.
Just a moment, Antonio. We are preparing for the live streaming. It will be ready soon.
Let's start.
How's the volume? Good?
Yes, we can hear you, Marco.
I made it. Thank you.
Good evening from Japan, and good morning, good afternoon to all of you from all over the world. Welcome to Scott, or welcome back to Scott. This volume, which is volume 59, is going to discuss sustainable luxury services in hospitality. Maybe you think, is luxury sustainable? Let's see how the panelist and the moderator of this webinar are going to discuss this topic. Today's moderator of Scott is Dr. Antonia, that I'm going to introduce her after our opening remark by the president of Scott, Professor Jafar Jafari. Jafar, floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to another Scott webinar. It's a pleasure to have you in our audience, and the speakers, of course. The subject of luxury tourism is very interesting and challenging. So yesterday, I decided to read on the subject of luxury tourism to familiarize myself. So I went to the Encyclopedia of Tourism, and yes, luxury tourism was there. And guess who? Antonia was the author of the entry. So I learned from her entry in the Encyclopedia of Tourism as what luxury tourism is. And I want to read to you the opening part of the encyclopedia entry that Dr. Antonio has written. Luxury is a state or condition of abundance or great ease and comfort. It is something adding to pleasure or comfort, but not absolutely necessary. Luxury is an abstract concept, as its meaning is determined by personal and interpersonal dimensions. And under a multi-dimensional perspective, scarce and rare products are considered luxurious. It's a clear, it clearly says that it's not easy to define luxury. And for myself, I came up with a number of questions that I would like to learn from the panel. Is luxury in the physical sense, in the sense of things, items, surrounding? Is it could luxury be small or large? Is luxury also including service? In other words, can we have luxury service in a place which is not luxurious? Is location important or unimportant? Location in the sense of city or country? Is time a part of luxuriness or not? Can luxury be different, seen through different eyes? Different cultures have different sense of luxury. It's like, you know, in English we say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So in a way, is luxury in the eyes of the beholder, or is more absolute and more clear? And is luxury used to basically used for increasing social standing, getting prestige by going to luxurious places? So these are my questions, and I don't expect panelists to answer any one of them, but I'm pretty sure on the basis of the discussion we are going to have, answer to some of these questions will become clear to me. So I'm very interested in this subject. It's a subject that I know Dr. Antonia has been dealing with for many years, and Scott is very pleased to have her and her panelists to join forces to tell us more about luxury tourism and its place in global tourism community. Thank you once more. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm looking forward to benefit from this discussion. Back to you, Dr. Qasim.
Dr. Kazem, you seem to be muted.
Sorry, I repeat, I was talking on muted mic. Without any ado, I would like to ask Dr. Antonia to moderate the floor. Dr. Antonia is a professor of tourism economics, University of Algarve in Portugal. Her main research interest focuses on consumer behavior, tourism economics, and modeling. She has a number of papers published in tourism, leisure, and economics journals. She's also a member of the editorial board of several journals, including Journal of Travel Research, Journal of Business Research, and Tourism Annals, and Anatolia. Dr. Antonia, floor is yours, and we are looking forward interactive panel at the end. Please. Antonia, you are muted. Please unmute your.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, depends on where you are. It's a pleasure to be here. I have two panelists to talk about this. Of course, luxury is not a very easy task, concept to define. It's quite difficult to define, even because it's a matter of the eyes of the holder. And most of the research that I have been doing, some of them together with Sam and the others also apply it on industry with Gonçalo, is really is a very subjective concept because it depends on the culture, it depends on the population, on the people, the tourists, and so on. So it's a kind of what is beautiful or what is big or small. It's very, very, very difficult to say if this is big or small because it depends on you. And this is a very, and we keep on discussing about this, but there are a lot of practical evidences. And on this seminar, what we want to do is to discuss this using two different eyes of the holder. The eyes of the academics, with Sam Kin. He was working with me in some papers about luxury. He's also coming from a culture that is very prone to show to the others that they could go and they could also, and very family oriented. Chinese culture is very family oriented, so they are all the time trying to give some good times to the family, and this is also important in tourism. And then another eyes of the holder, the eyes of someone that was born in the middle of the hotels. I suppose that he was born in hotels and he is coming on with a lot of experience in managing luxury hotels. So we have two different eyes of the holders to discuss a subjective concept that is quite hard to define and even more difficult to operationalize. So that's why I invite Gonçalo to be with us, because at the end of the day, if we are talking about luxury, we need someone to put all together and to offer us a luxury experience. And one of the things that we need to understand is what is, in fact, a luxury experience. How Gonçalo is able to manage putting all the stuff and the services at the hotel to offer us a luxury experience. And that's why I decided to do this. Of course, one of the things that we are going to do is to discuss around 5 different topics. The first one, when we went to the booking or to the TripAdvisor, we saw all the hotels that we searched to stay say something like, this is a very luxury hotel, so you will be very comfortable here, and so on. So we are using this in a very, very extensive way. And this misuse to discussion a lot of challenges. How could we really define a luxury hotel? What is really a luxury hotel? Because if I went to TripAdvisor, what I will saw is all about luxury hotels. But all of them, they are luxury hotels. How could we define a luxury hotel? Another thing that is very important, and Kazem was mentioning it, is that we are striving to protect our planet. And luxury, most of the time, is related with excessive and unnecessary consumption. So I believe that your perspective are crucial in redefining luxury. So what could we do to not connect so strictly luxury with waste? Okay, because what we are trying to do nowadays is zero waste everywhere to save the planet. So could we have luxury without wasting? This is my question. Another thing that is more related with the market relates with, for ages, luxury was a privilege of minorities. Is the way that physiocratism brings to stand on a social position. But nowadays, everyone talks about luxury. If luxury is all about exclusivity, how could we stand with all the market and not only with a very specific cluster? Is it possible to sell luxury for everyone? Or is better to have luxury only in a very strict segment? Okay. Luxury is also a social behavior. Jafar was talking about this, and it's true. We are trying to say also that luxury could be to show to the others that we are able to go to Brazil, that we are able to go to any place. Sometimes, and if let me just play a little bit. When I bought some very expensive lingerie underwear, I'm not pretending. It's not supposed that I show my underwear to everyone. So it's a kind of comfort that I'm trying to reach. It's not to show my opposition. Is to show to reach some comfort. So is a kind of what we should stand, or if we want to have a luxury experience, we should stand on social status, or we should stand better in personalized experiences. And if it is, what is the position of a luxury experience? And nowadays, we stop to bring shirts saying Prada or Boss or this kind of things, or Michael Kors. So people are preferring nowadays to have very good brands, very good clothes, but without logos, huge logos. So this is a new trend in tourism that we call the quiet luxury. If we have to do this in the hotels, okay, how could we manage a quiet luxury tourism experience? So this is the challenge that I have to the panel to discuss. And for now, the floor is for Sam and Gonçalo to talk a little bit about this. Okay, market experience, overwhelming of the use of luxury statements, and where we positioning luxury, and how we could control sustainability with luxury, and also how could we join the trend of having quiet luxury. Okay. Sam, do you want to start? I know that you have some PPT,
okay.
so
I can share a screen.
yes, you could.
can you see my PPT?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Sam Kim. I'm currently a professor of School of Hotel and Tourism Management at Hong Kong Polytechnic University. So my presentation is a luxury consumption experience. Yeah, what kind of characteristics of luxury consumption has? Okay, actually, historically, luxury consumption is associated with wealthy, okay, wealthy families, wealthy people, and royal families, those linked in terms of income and power. So, someone consume the luxury goods, it means, I have power and also I'm very wealthy, okay, is kind of representing power and income. And also marketing literature. So reading lots of marketing papers. The early concept of luxury is to purchase high-end and extravagant products and services. Okay, and this kind of reason is conspicuous consumption. Yeah, conspicuous consumption is so in some country, play golfing. Golf is conspicuous consumption. It's for example Korea, playing golf is conspicuous consumption. So, but however USA is is popular, right? But however, it's different, uh, and also, consumers view the luxury as a means to showcase their wealth and social status. Okay, so I purchase, uh, luxury goods, luxury service. I use the luxury hotel. It means, I showcase and demonstrate the social status. So, Koila and our study, and Metin Kojak and myself, our study, luxury shoppers have four characteristics: having emotional attachment, and social value, and fashion leadership, and prestige and sensitivity. And here, personal, however, in contemporary world, a little bit different, okay? So why go to a luxury hotel? Why do you drink, expensive wine? A little bit different, okay? Personal gratification, the happiness, okay? And self-expression, the sign value, and fulfillment, authenticity, okay? I told you here, why do you buy the luxury goods? Income and power. But however, nowadays, self-satisfaction, happiness, self-expression, okay, fulfillment, a little bit different, okay? So contemporary luxury consumption combines, wealth-based dimension plus competence, based dimensions, okay? Confidence and competence. Here, as you can see, what kind of country showcase, most luxury consumption in Dubai and China and Korea. Okay, I mean China and Korea and newly emerging countries where they people consume luxury goods. Okay, in tourism sector, okay, I mean, consumers, go shopping, they buy, fashion, and also they take, cruise tour and hotels or resorts. Okay, and here, the definition of luxury consumption. Okay, the entire value chain of luxury production, consumption, and distribution significantly impact environment, right? And generating pollution and waste resource depletion and CO2 emission. Okay, and luxury consumption triggers a status segregation. Okay, you have people, rich people and poor people like this, segregation and disruption of social harmony, right? Correct among buyers and consumers. And materialism, insatiability, bring out social inequality. Yeah, correct. Yeah, social inequality and social tension. Yeah, correct. And social unrest. Yeah, correct. So rich people, poor people, bipolarization. Okay, bring social inequality and finally social unrest. And economic aspect, luxury consumption can cause persistent inflation. Yeah, correct. Persistent inflation and income inequality and degradation of hardworking speed. Okay, so hardworking people feel dispirited, right? Because of people play around and they do not work hard. Okay, dispirited. Demoralized. And here, however, new definition of luxury consumption represent competency. Again, competency. Oh, why I go to a luxury hotel or buy the luxury products and also play golf and also take a cruise line. It means competence. Okay, I'm a successful person, so competent and also confidence. Okay, confidence and excellence in fashion sense. Correct. I buy the good and luxurious, expensive, fashion. It means, I have the fashion sense and also fashion reader. Okay, and enjoyment of high quality products. Yeah, I enjoy high quality products. Okay, and advanced knowledge of innovative technology. Yeah, so I'm early adopter. Okay, leading technology and enhancement the negotiation power in business. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, the negotiation power. Okay, in a business table. Okay, I wear expensive watch or something fashion good fashion. It means what I can have negotiation power and also showing cleanness, correct, and delicacy and sophistication. So luxury consumers want to seek an unexplored new experience. Oh, I want to experience something new, right? And or, for example, experience a luxury spa. Give us a hint of a new business idea. Okay, so I want to do business like this. Okay, new item. And luxury experience can help the invigorate or catalyze new challenges. For example, 1 month cruise tour. Okay, I become energized. Okay, so I want to uh, work hard and also pursue new goals and new ambitions. So nowadays, luxury consumption became generalized. Okay, so everybody can access, or buy the luxury goods. Okay, it's different from traditional, conventional uh, uh, consumer purchase behavior. Okay, and democratized. Okay, democracy. Okay, it means uh, even low-income people also buy the luxury goods and also use luxury hotels and resort accessible to everyone. Okay, it's different from previous traditional consumption behavior. And early adopter, I want to be early adopter of a new social and industrial trend. Okay, for example, sustainability. Okay, luxury goods plus and sustainability and digital technology. For example, I visited or I used a certain hotel. That hotel is, very well equipped with digital technology. For example, robot, blockchain, urban air mobility, metaverse, clouding, virtual reality, cryptocurrency. But like this, okay? So after my experience, I can, show off my experience with share my experience with my friend. So I'm leader in this technology, like this, right? So it is not it is different from the social status, social status or previous, like that prestige and sensitivity is different from the previous traditional consumption behavior. Hence, some luxury consumers buy luxury goods to show off their wealth and social status. But however, I told you, okay, nowadays, is buying the luxury goods and visiting luxury restaurant, and the use of hotel is become the generalized. Okay, and also nowadays, lots of people are very mindful of sustainability, environmental, and also climate change, CO2 emission. So very mindful. So even though they use a luxury hotel, okay, they consider sustainability. Okay, for example, luxury hotel may provide luxury customers a few high quality products rather than many amenities. So if you go to hotel, there are many amenities. Well, nowadays it's reducing the amenities, right? Shampoo, rinse, and soap, and conditioner. Okay, we don't need all of them. Just provide a high quality product. Okay, we do not use all of them. Another idea is when attend a conference, organized offer so many small souvenirs such as pens and memo pad and something. But however, we can easily find them. Some items are unnecessary and also non-useful. So we threw them in the basket or trash bins, right? It's not sustainable. Therefore, event organizer needed to provide a mindful and useful gift, even though the item is only one. So here, another idea is to adopt smart technology to enhance customers' luxury experience. Okay? According to some research, consumers tend to perceive technology excellent hotels to be innovative and high brand power. Okay, so let's utilize technology in make customers this hotel is very luxury hotel. Okay, luxury hotel, but yeah, previously luxury hotel means luxury goods. Okay, very expensive, fashionable luxury goods. However, technology can make a hotel luxurious. Okay, luxury. And for example, provide a smartphone and tablet PC and a smartwatch during their stay. Enjoy movies and metaverse theater and offer service by human staff and robots. Digitalize check-in, check-out in a room. Okay, so customers can enjoy digital services in a luxury hotel. It is a new, something new and also novel experience. Okay, memorable experience. Cutting-edge technology can contribute to enhancing customers' luxury consumption experience and dominate the luxury market. So, new luxury consumers want to learn something new trend and adapt the advanced technologies earlier than other consumers. Okay, so quiet luxury consumption. Okay, so here discreet and mindful travelers. Okay, they wanna travel to polar bear safari tour or dolphins tour, remote Brazilian island tour or space tour. So something new, different from others. Okay, others and others. Okay, it means even though the tour package price is high, but however they place important on experience. Okay, memory experience, and they participate in tour. They take a full rest and then learn something new and new knowledge and enjoy peace and well-being. Okay, and rejuvenate themselves. Okay, and travel cost is high, but however, they do not show off their wealth or social status. Instead, they want to pursue exclusivity. I'm something different from others. Okay, they like show off their experience, not they show off their wealth and social status. It's different. Okay, adventure. Okay, I traveled to a certain place. Okay, so it means I do not show off my wealth or social status. Instead, I'd like to demonstrate my experience, adventurous experience, and share, them with the friends, and also experiential extravagance. Yeah, memorable experience is important. This is topic, how to make customers, tourists memorable, right? And also luxury consumers should keep abreast of new global issues. Again, sustainability is a very important issue, right? Right? And also climate change, new technologies, and futurist mindset. In addition, now MZ generation, new consumers are mindful of humanism. Okay, I want to help, others, and also I want to contribute to society, and also, I want to assist, reduction of CO2 emission, climate change, and also philanthropic thought. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, this is my presentation.
Thank you very much, Sam. It was a very interesting presentation. So, we were talking about quiet luxury and also thinking that one of the things that might define this is related with adoption of new technologies in hotels. Do you agree with it, Gonçalo? What do you think? The floor is yours now.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's not easy to add more comments after this detailed presentation from the professor. He spoke almost about all the concept of luxury and all the things that are included in these new concepts of luxury. So it's not easy to add new things to what was told before. What I can say is, and I've been working in hospitality and mainly in hotels and resorts for the past 27 years. One of the big changes is the introduction of the sustainable issues on the table that until now were not considered as being part of the luxury experience. So most of the luxury, and if you consider, of course, as someone said before, I really believe that luxury, it's a very personal definition. Luxury for me, it's something, but for the other person, it's something completely different. But one thing is sure, it's a unique experience that you want to have with good quality products, good quality service, that it's different, that it's innovative. So some things didn't change in the last couple of years when you think of luxury. For some people, it's something that they are used to on a daily basis. For other type of customers, it's something that they are not used on a daily basis, and it's a unique experience that they want to have. So that's the reason why we have a broader audience or a broader target. It's not only for kings and queens and princes, so and a limited number of very wealthy people. So it's a broader target. Some are more demanding, of course, because in this broader target that are looking for luxury, some are more demanding than the others. Some are more wealthy than the others. But you can have really different definitions. We were talking about the quietness, to want to have peace, to want just to have a nice landscape, to be in touch with the local population, to learn something about a new activity. So all of these new concepts, they came into the definition of luxury, which in my opinion was very limited in the past. So it was only very good service, very good products connected to brands, very expensive. So it was a shorter or a limited definition of luxury. Nowadays, I think we can use a more wider definition of luxury that can include a lot of these new things. And it's good to see that sustainability come to the mind of the consumer. So what you as a hotelier, when you think of an hotel, and when you are designing a new project or a new building, you start to think as a sustainable building, in the choosing of the design the materials, of the energy sources like the electricity, the water, the waste management systems. So all of this, when you think of a new product or when you are planning to do a major renovation of a hotel, you need to take these sustainability measures into consideration. The other thing that I think it's important to, it's the authenticity. So people associate to the luxury the experience of to have an authentic experience, a local experience, to try the local goods, the local food, the local wines, to see the local pottery or whatever. So it's to be local, and the local experience, which it's important for the sustainability systems. It's also now part of the luxury that you need to incorporate in the experience. So luxury in the middle of Portugal, in Alentejo, might mean something completely different than luxury in Dubai or luxury in Shanghai or in any other city. So because every city has its cultural aspects, has its differences, and all these local activities and local differentiation needs to be included in the luxury experience. What I think we can avoid as an hoteliers, and someone also said, is that meaningful waste like some hotels still have, but it used to be much more popular, like a lot of amenities, a lot of giveaways and merchandising, plastic items that you were offering to the customers. So additional things that don't represent nothing to anyone. So pens and small merchandising items that they are not meaningful nowadays. And so the hotels can avoid this type of additional products that don't add value to the experience. The amenities in the room, the shampoos and all these things on small plastic bottles, I think is something that it's already changing, and it's part of the waste. The other types of waste was the daily or bi-daily change of the linen and the towels, which is something that it's not really necessary as part of a luxury experience, and it's also changing. Of course, we need to change every time that it's dirty, but we don't need to change just by change. I don't think it's part of the luxury concept to change the towels 2 times per day or every day, even if they were not used by the guest. So there are some small details that we can include and introduce on the hotel operations on a daily basis. And the other thing that we might need to take care is the waste of the food. If we want the operations to be more sustainable, the waste of the food, especially in the buffets offers, there is still some waste, some food waste that we need to avoid in the future, and it's something that we need to invest in terms of concept, and maybe technology and artificial intelligence might help us to calculate better, to forecast better the food and the drink needs for the future, and to adapt the quality and the quantity of food that we are providing to the guests in a better way. And as an introduction, these are my thoughts for the initial statement.
Thank you very much for this, Gonçalo. The only question that I have for you, and I will stop just right now because there are much more questions on the chat to be answered, is if nowadays luxury is a kind of experience of happiness and comfort, and it depends, it is for everyone. How could we differentiate a luxury experience in your hotel or in another one? How could I change? How could I target my market? Because nowadays, if we talk about luxury, we need also the positioning the experiences we are offering, and then we need to target our market, okay? and the hotel, your hotel is not for everyone and is for a certain market. So how could we change, how could the positioning this? Because everyone talks about luxury, and it's true, luxury is all about happiness and comfort. Okay, it doesn't matter if I have too much or I have less. It's all about be happy with what we are doing. But anyhow, in terms of the supply, you need to target your market. How you do it using the term luxury, or you don't use this?
I would say that we should avoid these general terms like luxury, good quality, good service, because by the end of the day, this does not represent anything. So, and because in most of the time we have smart consumers that know exactly what they want, we need to have better descriptions of the type of product and service that we are providing. So, if we are a hotel that it's focused for in families and in kids activities, we need to describe the type of experience that the customers are going to have in a property, and not only to describe you are going to have a luxurious experience or a very good experience or a personalized experience. These are all expressions that doesn't mean anything. So it depends of the people, that of the person that is reading, and is going to create in his mind some expectations that you might not achieve. So you need to align the expectations of the customer. So as better you describe it in text, in photos, in videos, the type of experience that the customer is going to have on the property, the better you will achieve his expectations, and the better you will provide this luxury that you are wanted to you are advertising. So by the end of the day, you need to be more detailed. If you are providing a wine experience, you should detail the type of wines, what kind of wines, the price of the wines, what the customer can expect in a hotel, the type of foods, if it's vegan food, if it's not vegan food, if it's local food, if it's pork, if it's meat. So you need to be more detailed with the type of experience that you are providing. If the room is spacious, what is the area of the room? What type of bathroom does the room have? What kind of amenities or extra service? If it has room service or not? All the amenities should be more described so the customer can understand what represents the hotel and what is offering. If it's just a general description of luxury, good quality service, personalized services, we are better than the others, it's not enough to convince the customers nowadays, because they are much smarter, they have much more information. So you need to present in a detailed way, most of the times with videos, testimonials, photos. It's the ideal for me. It would be my advice.
Thank you very much. I'm happy with that. So I think that we had a lot of luxury to finish concluding that we don't have to use the concept of luxury, because the concept of luxury is too general, is very personal. So luxury is all about the people, not or the tourists, and not about the supply. And the supply needs to be more concerned of offering a good service and a good experience. And you also we talk about two dimensions. First, some talk about the dimension that is the technology, okay, and using a lot of technology. And then Gonçalo brought to the discussion also the local experience, the authentic experience. Okay, most of the times, okay, during the COVID, the hotels did a lot to be more digital transformed, and now they have a lot of different things on digital transformation. But still, to be a technological hotel is, at least in Portugal, we are a little bit far from that, I suppose. But anyhow, I would like to listen, Gonçalo, about this. I don't know about Hong Kong, because Hong Kong, I suppose that the hotels are more technological than here. But at the end of the day, in Portugal, we did a lot during the COVID, but we still are far from being too much technological. But if we are technological, how could we be also authentic? Okay. And how could we link with the local people the experience? Because to link with the local people, to the local, the experience to be in a tourism place, we need also to connect and to collaborate with locals. Most of the times, I'm not totally sure, but I guess that the hotels are operating by themselves, and they are, most of the times, they are not so linked to the local communities where they stay than as we wish to have a kind of more strict collaboration. Am I right or am I wrong about this? How could we manage and balance technology and locals? How could we collaborate with both of things, bringing to the floor the authenticity of the experience? Sam, do you want to talk a little bit?
It's from me again. No.
Let me see what Sam has to do, has to say about this, and also I would like to listen from you, because I think Portugal has a quite different experience from China, so it will be completely different, let's say.
But I
Sam, do
think,
you want to talk? Yes?
yeah, I think adoption of technology is a part of the luxury. Because previously I told you that luxury means buy the luxury product, luxury goods, Gucci or luxury brand, right? But however, a certain hotel, this hotel, hotel A, hotel B, this is well digitalized. Okay, people want to visit this hotel or another hotel. Okay, this hotel, traditional hotel. People will prefer to go to this hotel. Okay. But MZ generation is different. Okay, tech-savvy people. Okay, tech-savvy people, technology person prefer technology hotel. Okay, technology hotel. Without check-in, check-out, just using the kiosk. Okay, so some people don't want to meet, front desk staff. Okay, step people, they just go to the kiosk, they wanna check in, check out, like this, and also they wanna use apps or QR code. Okay, QR code, and also for example, hotel icon, our school or hotel icon. Okay, give smartphone. Okay, during their stay. Okay, so it give us a very memorable experience, a customer's memory experience, right? But however, another hotel is just in a luxury hotel. This hotel is not well equipped in technology. Okay, MG generation people don't like this hotel. Okay, even though two hotels are luxury hotel, so technology contribute to make delivering memorable experience and also contribute to sustainability. I think, for example, sustainability use less paper. Okay, so and also using the less electricity. Like this. Okay, and so we can achieve luxury goals and also sustainable goals. So winning situation. So and also technology can help hotels to connect customers, right? Customers, and also promoting local food, local locality, local experience using technology. So I think technology is contributing to luxury goods and also sustainability a lot. Okay, gigantically. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gonçalo, do you want to comment on this?
Yeah, yes, of course. My vision of I understand, and it's essential nowadays to include technology in the hotel industry in the process. But it's not the end experience or the final experience or motivation of the guests. Most of the guests, they don't travel to have a technology experience in a hotel. It can improve it. It can give better information. The check-in and check-out process can be faster. It can have easy access to the internet. It can have more information and more accurate information about the city. But the final motivation and the experience that the customer is looking, it's not a technology experience. So it's parts. It's nowadays it's a little bit like having air conditioning, water, electricity, and you need to have technology. But it's something that it's necessary to have, because it can improve the process of the hotel process, or to put you in better contact with the guests. The way that you reach the customers nowadays, it's via internet channels, digital channels, web channels, chats, all the technology. It's included on a hospitality process, but it's not the reason why people travel, or just in some cases, if you are going to an IT conference, probably the IT conference is your first motivation. But most of the cases, you travel to visit new landscapes, to know different cultures, to see history, to see museums, to see churches, to see chapels, monasteries, beaches, pools, to try different food, to try different wine, to walk, to cycle. So these are the final motivations for your trip, and this is the real experience that you want to have. Of course, and this is, when you think of the final purpose of the trip, it's something. I don't see technology as the final purpose of the trip of the guests, and that is something that takes us out of the sofa in our beds to travel to other places. So you travel for different reasons. Of course, when you travel, you are going to use a lot of technology nowadays, but it's a mean that helps you to reach the final end of the experience that you want to have. So it's important, but it's not the reason why hospitality and tourism exists. It's not because of people don't travel because of technology. They need technology to travel, but they don't travel because of technology.
Thank you very much. So I think that we finished this panel for now. So what is going next, Kazem?
Thank you very much. I suppose we are going to have a panel discussion and answer the questions in the chat. So let me ask my colleagues in Scott to show a short video that our audience can just move a little bit, maybe grab their own drinks and come back with the panel discussion. If you are okay, we are going to watch the video and come back in a few minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Antonio, and everybody again. So now we are ready to have a panel discussion. The panel questions can be to any of the speakers, and we have a list of questions in the chat. that we are going to cover them as we have time. So Antonio, you're the chair. Would you please pass on the questions to the speakers? You are muted, Antonio.
So one of the first questions is, to what extent the change of definition and practices of luxury tourism is demand-driven or supply-driven? What do you think?
If you are
Luxury is about demand or supply? Sam, what do you think?
I think the both, okay? So I told you the MZ generation, new generations want sustainability, okay? So sustainability, right? In addition to luxury, right? So I mean, people's mindset, people's personality, and also their personal trait, and yeah, changing, okay? So from the demand side, so luxury goods. I want to buy luxury goods. So and also income is increasing. I wanna buy the luxury goods. I wanna travel to some place, and also I wanna take cruise tour like this, right? So from the demand side, right? Demand side. And also, I told you I want to have the memory experience, something new experience, and also I want to travel to, for example, polar bear safari tour, like this. Okay, so new generations want to share their experience with others. Okay, and also they like to post up their photos, experience, on the YouTube and also social media, like this, right? So like this, I want to talk about the luxury consumption from the demand side. Okay, demand side. Okay, so I mean, again, the new technology as well. I mean, the new generations, young generations are very familiar with the technologies. Okay, so they want to choose. Okay, technology well equipped hotels rather than other hotels, right? Like this, okay? Their technology level is increasing, so they choose this hotel. Mm, Like this, I think uh, luxury goods plus sustainability and technology from towards the consumers, demand side. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, Gonçalo, do suppliers change luxury to sell to a wider audience and make it appealing and accessible? Or the change is authentic that people are more concerned, so they want to make luxury more sustainable? What do you think? Are you changing your offer?
No, of course, there are coming from both sides. So you start to feel to understand there are a couple of customers that are asking for a certain type of more sustainable luxury. And most of the hotels are giving response to that. It's a worldwide trend that most of the business, they need to be more sustainable. And it's a trend not only in hospitality, but in retail, in any other areas. From the side of the hotel development or product development, of course, we always try to reach new targets and to present and to differentiate ourselves, and to try to present these local experiences. It's a very good way to differentiate yourself from your competitors, because if you are using the local history, the local people, the local foods, the local experience, it will be completely different from the experience in other parts of the world, in other cities and in other hotels. So it's a very good way to differentiate yourself from the competitors. it's easier than technology, for instance, because the apps, the tablets, the mobile phones, and the technology, it's pretty much the same worldwide. But if you are going to look for cultural experiences, music, dance, folklore, wine, and whatever, and people, it's something completely different in Portugal, in Spain, in Japan, in Korea, in other parts of the world. So in terms of differentiating yourself from the others and to be competitive in a global world where most of the consumers they travel, it's a good way to differentiate yourself with this local experience more than with only design or technology, because that is pretty much the same and accessible in all over the world.
Thank you very much. So we don't have more questions, Kazem. I don't know if Malcolm or Jafari wants to put some questions also to the panel.
I don't mind to jump in. Thank you very much for your contributions. I'm learning myself. First, I want to begin with the matter of automation and the importance of it in luxury. Well, my personal opinion, automation, digitality, etc., are themselves becoming basic needs. Eventually, they become less part of luxury. I recall of the days that most of us remember that color TV became popular. So some hotels are outside, they said, we have color TV. That was part of advertisement. But no hotel is doing that anymore. And I don't think hotels after a while are going to comment on their level of automation. It becomes ordinary after a while. It becomes, every hotel has it. It becomes very common, in my opinion. What is important to keep in mind that tourism is people serving people industry. It is people oriented, and automation is just the opposite of people serving people. Imagine of a day that you can go to a hotel, the big lobby is there, there's nobody in it, you check in yourself without any interaction, you go up to your room, then you come down to a restaurant and you're sitting all by yourself in the corner and automated food is brought to you. I mean, this is not anymore people serving people industry. There is a limit to automation that people want. So the concept of ordinary and non-ordinary should be kept in mind. People have ordinary life 50 weeks per year. And those 2 weeks, they want to have non-ordinary life. Some of them are willing to spend more money and go luxurious, and some of them do not. It was very clearly made that, people are traveling because of local food, local music, so on and so forth. Those are the specialities that needs to be emphasized. So I'm not so much in the idea of automation creating. It's not part of luxuriness, in my opinion. It's become a necessity after a while. It's not, and when it becomes a necessity, it's not luxury anymore. And I do see some relationship between luxury tourism and fashion industry. Fashion is, we just published a book on fashion and tourism, and the same story. The exact discussion we have today here about luxury tourism is about fashion and the amount of people are willing to pay for fashion. The difference between luxury tourism and fashion is that luxury tourism is out there, it's not here, and fashion could be out there and here. In other words, you can bring fashion home and be fashionable and pay for it. So there's a great deal of commonality between luxury tourism and fashion industry. This is what I'm hearing. This is my questions are coming on the basis of what I've heard from you, and I have learned a lot. Thank you very much.
If I may add, Antonio, you're muted. We can.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not.
Yes.
No, but the floor is to Sam and Gonçalo. Do you want to answer? Because I suppose Gonçalo could answer just because we are talking about people-to-people experience and
Yes, what I can add, and I totally agree. I think the automation process, it's a need, and it's going to be included as I previously said. But it's a way to that the hotel teams and the hotel staff, they can have more free time available to speak with the guests, to interact with the guests, to create relationship with the guests, instead of just inserting manually data into the systems or taking care of the check-in and check-out process, presenting the bills, and all those, I would say, bureaucratic functions that they are doing now. So if they are free of these type of these processes, and because I sincerely believe that most of them might be automated, people will have time to speak with people. So imagine the hotel team, they can sit and have a drink with the guests and speak with the guests and share the experience of that town, sharing their life experience. So it's much, the interaction, it's much more interesting, and it's much more friendly. So I really I really believe that we can combine automation and keep the industry human to human industry, but using the automation as part of the process.
If I may, Antonio, if I may add to
yes,
this.
yes,
So,
please.
luxuriness is a vague concept in itself, and then tourism in some respects is vague. You know, sometimes we are talking about luxury in the hotel, and next time we are talking about local food in the local community. Well, in the luxury hotel, we have control over it, but we don't have control over the little restaurants, little tours, music here, dance over there, pottery here. So when we mix these things up, it becomes very confusing. But if you frame luxury in respect to hotel, in resorts, restaurants, I can understand it. But when we jump over from a luxury hotel to a village that is serving local food, I become all confused about it.
Yes.
In my opinion, the difference is that most of the customers, they have the perfect idea what they might find in this type of offer, that it's more unique, more exclusive. And as long as they know, and most of them, they have ways, and technology can help us to have more information about these small restaurants or these small shops. Their expectations, it's according what they are going to find. So when people leave the hotel to find a restaurant, they know exactly, or most of the time they know exactly what they are going to find, and it's their choice, and it's according to their expectations. So by the end of the day, it's according to their expectation of luxury. For them, luxury might it's probably go to a simple restaurant and not to a fine dining experience. So as long as it's aligned with the customer expectations and they know exactly what they are going to find, I think we can combine things that at the beginning might look totally different, but they are aligned with the same expectation of the same guest. So it's the guest that chooses the type of experience that he wants to have. So by the end of the day, they are aligned with the guest experiences. So and that's my sort of that.
If I may jump in, I would like to ask, is luxury affordable, or is luxury expensive? Because I feel that a lot of emphasis is on consumer behavior, is how the consumer perceive luxury. So if, for example, authenticity is luxury, so authenticity is affordable in many cases. And if it is really affordable, is it luxury? To me, if in general, when I think about luxury, means that it should be something more demanded than more supplied. Is it that, or my understanding true?
Do you want to answer him? I could add something as well, but anyhow, Sam, it's up to you now.
Okay. The luxury and authenticity, I don't know what kind of relationship there. Okay. Luxury market, authenticity. A little bit, I think, as a researcher, a little bit different luxury and authenticity. But I told you luxury market is changing. Okay. Professor Chapel say automation is not related to luxury or something like that. But however, different. Seniors, old generations, senior citizens may don't like technology. But however, young people like technology. Okay. A hotel is equipped with technology where a good technology is considered to be high good brand. Okay, they demonstrate brand power like this. Okay, so for example, a certain hotel adopt robot. Okay, yeah, something give us a curiosity. And also, I visit a certain hotel. Okay, they give us, app application, so we can easily understand. You can easily find out, a certain restaurant, authentic restaurant, or local food. Okay, so like this, luxury hotel can provide, new attributes, different from the previous ones. Okay. So again, young generation, they like share their experience. I visited this luxury restaurant. I visited this, wine bar. Okay, yeah, something different from others, more modern, modern. Okay, Robert give us a service. Robert, I use a kiosk. Okay, without meeting front office. Some luxury customers don't like to meet uh, other customers. Okay, but kind of they wanna treat themselves, secretly, like this. So again, the technology can help sustainability, not sustainability, and also luxury goods, right? And yeah, previously luxury means very expensive. Nowadays, luxury goods, luxury industry become the generalized. Okay, so for example, my friend collect some money in a few months, and then buy the Gucci bag. Okay, and travel to a certain good place like this. Okay, but previously we cannot think about taking cruise tour, but nowadays different. So we collect the money. Yeah, we can enjoy that, and also travel to Portugal. So my dream is to visit Portugal. I heard good reputation of Portugal. Okay, so like this. Okay, I collect the money. Okay, someday, next year I wanna go there. So luxury good means not only, I mean, it's a conspicuous consumption. So in modern society, contemporary society, we can achieve it. Okay, achieve it. So uh, uh, talking about affordability, something. But however, nowadays it is possible to buy the luxury goods, and also we enjoy the luxury hotel and luxury restaurant, and also we can buy the expensive wine. Okay, so totally different from others. So at that point, technology help a lot to do that. Okay, we can search it some, a local food restaurant and also luxury hotel. Okay, technology help us to do it. Technology facilitates consumer behaviors. Okay, very easily, very swiftly. I think. Antonia, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. So, Kazem,
Yeah,
the floor
thank you
is
very
yours.
much, Sam.
Mhm.
I have this question that is luxury expensive? What is the price of luxury? Is it what is the relationship with luxury and price? And also, what's the relationship between luxury and satisfaction? If
I did,
something yes,
I did a
satisfy.
paper. I did a paper about the quartiles of how much people spend to have luxury, and what we found is that there are a very huge number of intervals or settings. So the price, the luxury price is your happiness, is your comfort. So it depends on the size of your credit card. It doesn't depend on how much it costs, depends on your credit card. If you have a huge credit card, you could spend more. If you don't have a very huge credit card, you could spend less. But what matters in terms of luxury is to be happy and to feel happy with your tourism experience. And this is all that matters for the tourists, is to be happy. You could also, one of the times that we were doing research, and this is very funny because I was conducting research around a number of airline companies, and one of the airlines companies, everything was very bad, so people were completely unhappy and so on. And I got a huge number of questionnaires with very bad answers about the company and the tourism destination and so on. But then I have half of the sample completely happy. Okay? Everything was very bad, the experience was very bad, but half of the sample was very, very happy. And it's impossible to have so much outliers. So I start to run some data analysis to understand why it happens. And what I saw is that half of the sample was on their honeymoon. So they were happy just because they were celebrating something and not because of the destination. So satisfaction with the tourism experience is not only about the service that you provide. You could provide a very good service, but if I'm not in a very good mood, or if I'm not very happy, okay, or if I have some troubles with my family or with my husband, I will find the destination very bad. It doesn't matter if the destination or the hotel is doing a good job. It's up to you. Okay, you understand? So is the price of the luxury is the price of your happiness. Okay?
Yeah. Now, last comment. Nowadays, different. For example, Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong. Working people, they save money. Okay, they save me. They do not marry. They or something. They save money, and then they wanna travel to a certain place. Okay, they make a plan. I want to definitely visit a certain place. They collect the money. Okay, even though it is US dollar $2,000 to $3,000, it's quite expensive, luxury travel, right? But however, they make it. They save money. Okay, few months of salary, and then they want to travel there. They want to travel to a certain place. So I mean, I told you much, luxury travel, luxury goods, much generalized, accessible to people. People are accessible to luxury goods, luxury travel. Okay, so like this, wow, you're too much expensive. How can go there? No, people is very smart people, save money, and then they make it. Wine so expensive, right? But however, they save money. Okay, some teams, wow, I buy something cheap in together. Okay, they through party buy the expensive wine. So young generation's mind is different. Even though it is expensive, if they want, they make it. Thank you.
You.
Antonio, if I may have the microphone for a second. Yeah. I want to go back to the question that Kazem raised, the relationship between price and luxury. It's not for me to answer this question, but if something is cheap, it's not luxurious. So people are willing to pay more money. I mean, if it becomes so ordinary and so cheap that everybody can have it in every hotel, then it's not luxurious anymore. But at the same time, yes, it is luxury to have to give a smartphone to the people who check into the hotel. But if every hotel offers that, would that continue to be a luxury item? We have to distinguish between luxury and novelty. Novelty, when it wears out and it's not novelty anymore, it cannot be luxurious. So the smartphone, if it is given by a few hotels, maybe luxurious. But if it is given by every single hotel, it's not. This is, I'm trying to establish a relationship between price and novelty. When the novelty wears out, it's not luxurious anymore. And when the price is awfully cheap, it cannot be considered luxurious. But it's for you, Antonio, to judge on my statements.
If I can add something to that doubt, I would say that most of the times luxury means that it's expensive. If you think of going to stay in the Ritz-Carlton in Paris, it's going to be expensive. Or if you are planning to travel to space with SpaceX, it's going to be expensive. The difference is that you might have some experiences nowadays that can be considered luxurious and are not necessarily expensive, but they are unique and exclusive. Imagine that you find a beach quite unique where you can have a wonderful sunset in a long distance beach in Brazil. It's not necessarily expensive. It doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it's quite unique. So it's not accessible to everyone, but it's not because of the price. It's because it's far away. It's unknown. It's unique. So you might have some luxurious experiences that are not necessarily very expensive. So this is why we are talking about these unique and authentic experiences that are not necessarily very expensive. You can have a wonderful meal in a small restaurant in Portugal that only allows you to have 10 seats or 10 persons per night having dinner, and it's not necessarily very expensive. Or you can have a good bottle of wine in Portugal for $20 to $30. And the United States, that same bottle would cost you more than $200. So the price, it's always a variable that it's not equal all over the globe. So most of the times luxury, it's connected to expensive and to the price. But you can find nowadays luxurious experience because they are unique and exclusive because the access is limited. So if you go to Fernando de Noronha in Brazil, it's not very expensive, but it's limited because there can only be a certain number of people on that island per day. So it's quite exclusive because of that. It's limited. I agree with you if you say that if we are talking about a service or a good, that everyone can have it and it's very cheap, it's hard to call it luxurious. But luxury can be by price or by uniqueness or exclusivity. And in some cases, this exclusivity, it's not necessarily very expensive. That's what I can say about that.
May I comment on the uniqueness also? The uniqueness, if uniqueness is part of the luxury definition, then I wonder about the concept of backpackers. Backpackers do very unusual things. They have very authentic experience. They go to unusual places. Are we going to call that luxury? I mean, a backpacker is very proud if they spend only $1 per day, but they have a very unique experience. Is that luxury?
Could be luxury. For them, this is luxury. We have a lot of German people landing in airport, Faro airport, and then they rent a very good caravan, and they went to Algesur and in places like that, completely empty, where they are only in the middle of nature. For them, this is luxury. It's not necessary that they are spending very, very few, because most of the times they rent very comfortable caravans, and they stay in the middle of the nature. But then when they go to the supermarket or when they order food, they order very expensive food and very expensive wines, okay? But they want to be alone in the middle of nature, and this is luxury, okay? Doesn't matter
But
how
Antonio,
much
you
you
mean
spend.
you are comparing experience and luxury.
Yes,
Experience is part of luxury, but experience is not luxury.
yes, yes. But we are talking about luxury experiences, and luxury experience is all about uniqueness and exclusivity. Okay. Sometimes, by the law of demand and supply, most of the times, uniqueness and exclusivity, we have to pay a lot to have this. But sometimes you don't have to. Depends on where you are, what you want to do, and this kind of things. So it depends. The price is is different along the globe, so it's quite different, and depends on the kind of experience that you want to have. So I think that we
Yes. My
had a good
last
conversation.
small point is that sometimes the satisfaction bring maybe the uniqueness on the question. For example, maybe a very big brand or very special brand bring this satisfaction, and because of the brand, you can set a price for let's say a cup of coffee somewhere that not everybody can afford it, and it is luxurious, but the same material or coffee can be served elsewhere with a very cheap price. So then is that coffee luxury, or the material, or is the environment luxury, or is the feeling luxury? I think we can't for me we can conclude this in this panel. Maybe Jafar and Antonia, you would like to have another panel to discuss more about the concept.
We will write a book about this. Okay. But anyhow,
Well, in my case, I have to say goodbye because I have another meeting to go to.
yes, and I have
I'm
to
sorry I
lunch
cannot
as
stay for the
well.
conclusion, and I'm pretty sure Malcolm has some concluding remarks as well. So I say goodbye to you because I have to go to another meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a pity. I was going to engage you over the question of backpackers.
Yes, Malcolm.
Oh, would you like me to? Yeah. Okay. My job is to summarize what went on, Antonia said, you'll have to produce a book on this to be wide enough. I think you'd probably have to produce 10 books to cover it. The point about it was interesting that we started off with the idea that the luxury consumer was the innovator. It was great. In my day, backpackers were innovators. And that's the point that I was going to discuss with Jafar. Do we mean really that luxury tourism is exclusivity? I think it was one of the messages that came across. While I wouldn't like to think that people with lots of money will be the leaders in deciding the forms of tourism that we have, they certainly do consume. And if they have different ideas on consumption, those ideas will flow through. I also noted that when we moved on to the question of sustainability, we were really talking about diluting the amenities in favor of spending the money, perhaps that a major hotel has, spending the money on the environment and climate change. And that's also a luxury item for many places. We talked again about IT, and I think I agree with what most people said, was the fact that operationally, all hotels, most hotels, for example, and other tourism services will become run by AI in the next few years, and people will move out of it to talk to the customer directly face to face in the restaurant, which is what was measured. So some of these things that we talk about being luxury are in fact the quiet luxury idea is perhaps the best one to put in this framework. What luxury is in the eye of the beholder, somebody said a long time ago, and came out tonight as well. Night in Japan. Basically, the conspicuous consumption is gone in many cases, but quiet luxury still exists and is in fact the thing that's pursued. So do we need a wider definition of luxury? And the answer would probably be yes. And the wider definition would be ordinary, not ordinary. And that again was something that came out tonight. Basically, what we will have is better service for more people if we concentrate on the idea of luxury not needing to be costly, but needing to cover many of the things that we would in fact in the end talk about desirable rather than luxurious. So thank you very much, everybody, for the very interesting beginning to the discussion. As Kazem says, we'll have to have another one. Antonia, you want to volunteer, perhaps, to redefine luxury tourism for us? And I think that would be extremely good. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much for this section. I really enjoyed to discuss this and to see so different forms of conceptualizing luxury. It brings to the discussion a lot of different positions that is related with a lot of different things. So we will keep on trying to define and conceptualize luxury, bearing in mind that this is a very subjective concept and that we need to go a little further on that. But anyhow, definitely, luxury is a non-ordinary experience. Definitely, okay? We all know that we need to feed to eat to survive, but at the end of the day is the way we eat that defines who we are and how we proceed and how we behave. And this is because of this that we keep on working on that and trying to manage something that is quite difficult to define and to conceptualize, but that is very, very ingrained in the concept of tourism. Actually, I would like to see, and I would like to keep this alive, because even if we have a lot of democratization of travels around the world now, it's very affordable for everyone to travel from one place to another. When I was a little girl, my parents were in trouble to travel because to go from one place to another, it means to do not buy a washing machine to wash the dishes or something like that, because it was very, very expensive. Just read a little bit about René Barrett. He was comparing luxury tourism with some goods and equipments for the house, so it's quite hard and very expensive to travel. Nowadays, there were a quite of democratization of travels that is very important. But at the end of the day, we should not forget that tourism is not an ordinary need. It's a non-ordinary need. We need to travel, of course, but this is because it's not to survive. It's because we need to pamper us and to be happy with us, because we were working all the year round, and we need to be in a luxury place or in a different place just to pamper us. And to pamper myself is a luxury. Okay, so it's a kind of what I want to keep alive in our discussion is that tourism should not be seen as an ordinary need. It's something that transcends a little bit. Otherwise, if we start to think about tourism as an ordinary need, what we will have is a very similar offer of services at the hotels, like Ibis or something like that, and we will lose the exclusivity of the tourism experience, and we should not lose this. So this is my conclusion.
Thank you very much, Antonia. I think it's indeed a very in-depth discussion. In economics, we have a price elasticity, and you said that tourism is itself is a luxury, is not everyday need or consumption. And yes, I think we need to set another discussion to go more around this topic. Thank you very much. It was a very informative panel, and with the interesting topic that was first time in Scott. And maybe next time we have to emphasize on the relationship between sustainability and luxury, that maybe we can define or bring the luxury beyond the services, and we bring it to the mind of customer. Our luxury customers, they value sustainable management and sustainable consumption of the resources. And that's a luxurious way of consumption and way of thinking. So anyway, I don't want to reopen the discussion. Thank you very much. And thank you for everybody who was with us. Here in Japan is almost 10 p.m. and many people remain with us. The recording of this video, recording of this webinar will be available on Scott Video Library, along with other about 90 videos that we have accessible for everybody. It's a luxury collection, by the way. So thank you very much. And thank you, Professor Kim, and thanks,
you.
Malcolm. I end the floor here and invite everybody to the next Scott webinar. We have monthly webinars, and you are all invited. Good evening from Japan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Antonia.
Bye-bye.
Jim,
Thank
bye-bye.
you, Sam. Keep in
Bye.
touch.
Keep in touch.
Okay, see you.
See you.
See you. Thank you.